Good morning. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. And yeah, we're going to hang out in the gardens today. Several. Overcast, they're talking it may or may not rain. It's one of those, it's right at that percentage that it's probably going to go around me, but I might get a sprinkle. Doesn't matter. It's cool, which means I've got a lot of stuff to do. So we're going to do second dose of Rot Stop. I think I told somebody it said Rot End, but sorry. Anyway, it's my liquid calcium, the calcium supplement from Concentrate. So, put a couple of tablespoons based off of the fact that this is a 2-gallon jug, and then go water appropriately. I'm specifically right now, my butternut squashes and my gourds, they're the ones that have been suffering from the blossom end rot, which is a calcium deficiency. So again, this will be dose number 2, just to keep them up and running and doing really good. They don't need a full like tomato food, with the 5-5-5 or a 10-10-10. They've got lots of green leaves. It's the blossom end rot that we're trying to knock down. So calcium supplements, and then some bone meal for long-term, long-term feeding. There's a hummingbird right there. She is a little nervous. She's going to the gladiola. So, she's been to the bird feeder before when I've been out here, but that's a little farther away from me. And now there's 2 of them. And they're fighting at the fence. Or they're talking. I don't know. But they come visit me routinely. So they were actually at Garden 3 yesterday, hanging out at the sunflowers. And I didn't have the phone with me because I'd only gone back there to just harvest. So I didn't get any pictures of them. Alright. Anyway, so let me get busy. Do some calcium feeding. Do some watering this morning. Because again, I don't think I'm going to get a large volume of rain. And I want to, water some stuff out here. Water back in the gardens. Just get it done. Alright, talk to you in a few. Alright, just finished the last calcium feed. Tomatoes, the butternut squash that's over here in the corn. Gave a little to the sunflowers, gave a lot to my gourds. Got the drip going over here on this side. In about an hour I will switch it from corn and peppers and tomatoes over here to the gourds and sunflowers. I do a ground drip, so it's there at the root. Less evaporation that way, more direct watering where I want it, not everywhere. And it tends not to flood out when I do it that way. I can keep an eye on it. And it's kind of, how to say this, similar to the rainfall. The water tends to drip deep, so the roots go deep. Panda is over here chasing whatever it is she chases again. And, I don't show it very often. It's the volunteer, but there's a butternut squash volunteering. There's actually 2 or 3 out here. Panda, be careful, not Mama's plant. So, you can see there's a baby one right there. So, counting right now with the baby ones that I've seen, I've got at least 12 butternut squash. So, and they tend to store well in the wintertime. So that's like 1 a week for the entire winter. And being that it's just me, that's usually all I need. 1 a week is more than enough. And again, that's if I've got it right. If there's any that are growing or that bloom that I've not counted yet, that means I have more. I like my hoop. I like the fact that it's just green and tall and sunflowers and, again, the gourds are very much enjoying the calcium supplement. I have lots of new blooms and lots of baby, this is a basket gourd. Now, being that it's so late in the season, I don't know if they're actually going to get to be 2 feet round. I don't know. But I'll take a gourd that's a foot around. That's still a large gourd. I do believe to enhance those chances, I got to keep up with the calcium feed, because that tends to be what they're missing. You know, you can see all the new growth everywhere. It's just taken off again because it's getting that calcium supplement. So, you know, 7 days. Next Wednesday, I'll be out here doing it again. Because even these are going. Just, you know, you can see the white little flowers. There's one there. There's another one there under the leaves. And yeah, awesome sauce. Crookneck squash. I have babies everywhere. There's a baby there. There's a couple of babies in there. So, it's, you know, it was missing calcium. It likes the supplements. I got vines growing off the front side now, just hanging everywhere. So it's my little green tunnel. I think it's rather awesome. I think visually it's awesome to come out here and you know, kind of stand at this angle and you get this huge array of zinnias. You know, marigolds down here at the bottom, zinnias here in the middle, and sunflowers up at the top. The hummingbirds come over here regularly. The bees are over here regularly. Big old fat bumbly bees that are just like, yeah, you know, which was the plan, is make sure to put the flowers here to bring the pollinators. That's just keeping the soil correct. Because again, this is a first-year garden, and that tends to be the hardest thing. You know, I could have sent samples in, but you know, with all the additives and the fact that I bought topsoil from somewhere else, there was no way a soil sample, until I had everything planted, was going to tell me anything. And just so we know, there's a hummingbird right there at the sunflower. Do you see her? Oh, nope. Oh, now she's over there. She's landing on a corn stalk. Okay, she took off. She's not used to me being back here, you know? So sorry I couldn't zoom in on her. I hope you saw her. Yes, you know, every time she hits the sunflower, that's another sunflower seed I'm gonna have. All right, anyway, don't want to ramble on. Y'all have an awesome day, and Miss Panda and I will talk to you later. All right, see, this is just one of those snidbits, little snippy pieces, whatever you want to call it. Probably be less than 30 seconds. Strawberries and blueberries like acidic soil. So if you were to give them something like tomato food, you actually change the pH balance. You do a little more harm than good. While they like the feed, it doesn't help them maintain that acidic level. So having said that, azaleas love acidic soil. So azalea food, believe it or not, is formulated to help maintain the proper pH. That's why it says 10.88, where a tomato plant is like 5.55. So when I, you know, do my booster feeds, and this will probably be the last one because we just started August. I may do one in September, probably not. But I do booster feeds to help them grow with something that likes acidic soil, and it works really well. If you look at like the that blueberry right there, it's got a whole new baby branch, you know, just taking off. It's almost as tall as the other branches there, and several of them are doing that. That makes sense because they like it where it is. Again, they like the azalea food, not tomato food type thing, just because of the pH levels. That's the one I've been worried about all season. Got his 9 little leaves across the top. If you look, they're healthy leaves. You know, it's like he's decided that this place might be okay. We'll see this winter. Yeah, but all the blueberries are doing good. Again, this will probably be their last feeding. That way to make sure that any new branches, that like the one I just showed you, that they're trying to grow thick and healthy and strong and do what they do. All right. I will talk to you later. So I didn't, hey, this is evening. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden. Didn't take you long into the garden because I was just harvesting up there really fast. So I got a couple of cucumbers. These are my natapinos. It's a jalapeno with no heat. My cherry tomatoes, my larger tomatoes. These are my Anaheim peppers. Got some more green beans. And look at that. I got 2 crookneck squash. Isn't that awesome? So a little bit of calcium, a little bit of DE, a little bit of fungicide, and at least one vine is just bouncing back. So, all right, things I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make dilly beans because I've got another batch already in the fridge. I might go ahead and pickle some peppers or pickle some peppers. The rest of this, yeah, this is all going to be eaten. I love it. Things like I have more tomatoes here on the windowsill, just like I've got some peppers and stuff in the fridge with yesterday's corn that I picked. So, all right, just thought I'd share. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later. So this is my butterfly weed. So when they're open, they're dark with white dots and blue stripes. And it's a completely different color when their wings are closed. So this one's got 3 on him. There he is. I was hoping one of them would close up so we could see the... I know, I turn and they turn with me. There you go. I hope you saw it. Orange and blue and not just white and blue. But they're gorgeous. What's funny is all the big ones are down here. And the little ones are down here. And there's a hummingbird moth. There you go. Now it's a moth. Makes sense, but he's a hummingbird moth because he moves his wings as fast as a hummingbird does. And it's one of those tricks to fake out predators. That he's not an insect. He's a bird, but he's not. He's just a moth, but he's pretty. On the butterfly weed or butterfly bush, excuse me. All right, talk to you later.